Okay, good seeing everybody. Really injuries, Pat obviously tweaked his ankle. L'Jarius Sneed hurt his nose. Pat was able to, he came in, got x-rays, everything done, and then was able to come back in. And then L'Jarius did the same thing. He was able to make sure the thing was set and in a good position and came back in. So all in all, heck of a game. We appreciate the fans, and they were incredible. I thought both sides of the ball and special teams did a nice job tonight. Special teams was against one of the best teams in the league, special teams wise. Pro Bowl returner, and that last punt was a beautiful thing. Bucker, I very seldom start with special teams, but Bucker kicked the ball well, and he also tackled well. So that was a big tackle. And then offensively, I thought the guys, I thought the whole group played well. It was great to see Chad come in that backup role, and I thought everybody kind of stepped their game up and had so much confidence in Chad, and he executed. But I thought everybody around him did a nice job too. And then Pacheco with 95 yards or whatever he had there, I thought he did a tremendous job running the ball. Kendrick, likewise, he did a nice job too. So, and then Kelsey, every time I stand up here, I feel like he breaks another record. So he broke some record, and then he also had 98 yards and 2 TDs and did a great job there. Defensively, listen, my hat goes off to the defense. You can't move forward in the NFL playoffs if your defense doesn't play well. And I thought from the DBs to the defensive line to the linebackers, I thought everybody was flying around making plays, and again, my hat goes off to the guys for that. They were incredible on third downs, first, second downs, and just played a great game all the way around. My hat goes off to Spags and EB and Tobe for the jobs that they did, and the coaches. I wanted to mention Tony in the mix there too. I thought he had some nice plays for us, being kind of the new kid on the block. He had some nice plays. Our young DBs, again, stepping up. Watson with the interception. I mean, what a great job. The 2 turnovers were obviously huge for us, and again, great team win. So that time's yours.
Andy, take us through the decision to put Pat back in the game. Was that a difficult decision, or was there a decision at all at that point?
Well, it was hard getting him out of the game, first of all. He wanted to fight, and so we got him out, went to the x-ray, got it x-rayed, looked at, taped. He came back, and he said he felt good enough to be protected, where he's not going to get hurt. That's obviously the primary thing. And he felt like his mobility was good enough where he could do that. So we did a few little things with him on the sideline to see where he was at, put him in, and it was a short leash. So if I felt like he wasn't able to handle it, he would have been out and back in Henny. So.
Do you feel like that affected him in any way in the second half, the injury?
I don't know, it didn't look like it, but I thought he did a pretty good job.
When he goes back in, does that change up what you want to do offensively, or is it just keeping it?
Yeah, we basically kept everything the same. We just kept it going. What we were doing before. So,
Your early indication here. How much do you think it may handle the rest of the way? Will it at all?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to jump to things right now, but let's just see how it goes here the next couple days. It's going to be sore, I know, but let's see where he's at. He's had this before, and he was able to keep pushing through. Actually, against Jacksonville, a couple years ago, same type of deal. So he pushed through that. The main thing is that he's safe. I mean, that's or as safe as you can be on a football field. So, that's the important thing.
Coach, were you surprised it was so close? You had told us to expect that.
Yeah, when you start doing, and you guys do this, when you start doing the studies on this game, this round right here, these games are one-score games normally. So I mean, it's a high percentage, and so you buckle it up for 4 quarters, and you know it's going to come to. I will tell you, I think Doug's done a phenomenal job. Their team is better than they were when they played us before, and the sky's the limit for them. I mean, they're young, and they believe in what they're being taught, and they play hard. So, and they're well coached.
What stood out most about the drive? They cut it to 3. You guys get a touchdown after. What stands out most to you on that drive?
I'm having a hard time placing that drive right now with the other. Yeah. So that was one to answer Adam's question about mobility. I mean, he did a nice job on that, having to move around and make that throw. Yeah. I mean, there were good plays within the mix there of everything that was going on. I'm blending all the plays, but that's all right.
Yeah. Also, when you first put Patrick back in the game, there's a third down play where he screams a little bit. I wonder if you guys had any instructions for him not to do that, maybe sort of learn.
Yeah, that kind of told me he was okay. He was thinking he was okay, but yeah. I didn't want him to do. No, I didn't want him to do that, but I didn't tell him. You know, not to. I mean, you can't tell somebody that. If they can't do that, then they got to get out of the game. So.
How hard is it for Chad to come in at the 2-yard line and do what he
Yeah, phenomenal.
How vital was that to no ball result?
The best thing about that Vahe was everybody trusted Chad. That's the best part. That's the way he handles himself, and the confidence the guys have in him. I thought they all stepped up. The O-line did a nice job. Chad did a nice job getting the ball out on time, and the O-line did a nice job. The run game, Pacheco had the long run. It was beautiful. They blitzed on it, and he kind of got bumped back and kept going like he does, and put together a nice run, nice drive on the whole thing. But Chad, you know, the guys love Chad, and they play for him. So it was a great deal.
Along those lines, things that were vital. I mean, Patrick obviously depends a lot on Travis. On a day like this, where Patrick's got some, other challenges, how much do you think that was just paramount to making this a win?
Yeah, everybody contributed. Marquez, I mean, we had a few plays in for Marquez, and they did a good job rolling the coverage that direction, and he didn't hang his head. He just kept battling, and ends up with a big touchdown for us. But you could say that about Juju. Juju went through the game, comes up with a huge catch on the sideline there, and Pat had a tremendous amount of trust in him to throw the back shoulder throw.
Coach Reid, did you get a sense on the sidelines that everyone wanted to up their game when Patrick was hobbled and there was a possibility he may not return?
Yeah, I'd probably tell you, yeah. I mean, the guys were, they're very protective, particularly the offensive line in general. And so, they were hooting and hollering about that, that nobody touches a quarterback. So.
Coach, just wondering if you would kind of take us into that conversation where it didn't really look like he wanted to go back and get the X-ray for families to hear. What was that conversation like? We know he's competitive. 51% of the vote on this.
It would be like me trying to ask you not to ask a question. No, listen. He's a tough kid, and so he wanted to be in there. He wanted to be competing, and that's, it's a tribute to him and his competitiveness. However, you got to make sure he's okay, physically okay, where he can protect himself. And if he can't, then he can't play. I mean, you have to go with the next guy. But he's a tough nut, and he's very. When I tell you he's competitive, he's very, very competitive.
Last one by.
Andy, I feel like I should know this, but I don't. Who was next man up at quarterback if that knockout punch came to Chad?
Yeah, we've got a couple guys there that have played quarterback in college. Number one's one of them. So, he would have been probably number one up.
All right, thank you.